I thought for him throwing 47 passes, he got 38, but there was like a few drops, several drops.
Yeah,
He looked pretty good to me. The offensive line didn't look as bad as it sounded like in the newspapers.
bro.
However, they did have like 4 sacks or 5 sacks on the day. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They did. That's my only concern because he's so good. Like he can't get hurt,
I
bro.
didn't
Like
know he was that good.
bro, he's dumb.
I really didn't know he was that good. I didn't. He's so accurate.
So accurate, bro. Like every ball that was dropped was catchable, bro.
Right. The other two were like kind of underthrown to Travis Hunter. That guy's he's a
Hey,
beast, bro.
hey,
I don't know
bro,
how long he can hold that up though, but I hope he can. That'd be amazing to see. But I don't know. That seems
bro.
tough to be.
I was telling Taj and Renzo and them like I think he played so many plays in the first game because it's like his showcase. You know what I'm saying? Like because
Right.
like people around the country don't really know who he is yet. And this was like all eyes on us, like just let him play every play, but they can't do that all season.
No.
But like I think this first game they was like, you about to get all the Travis Hunter you want. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it depends. I mean, is it impossible? I don't think it's impossible.
No, especially if you don't get tired. They was like after 100 some plays, like how do you feel? Like that's so many. He was like I'm ready to play another 100. Like let's go
That's
again right
being
now.
18, bro. That's being 18 because you don't
Yeah,
feel like that.
yeah. He's still young. All his joints work. All his.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if he does it this year, I just can't see that maintaining being a full-time starter on both sides.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think he's gonna play like maybe 80 something a game. Like I think that's gonna be. He's gonna take
That's a lot
series
still.
off. That's still a lot. Like he gonna take series off and like let other
He
people
has
sub
to,
him.
yeah.
He can't.
But like, okay, all right. But where do you keep him when the game is on the line?
That's the question. I mean, I feel like you got to
Or is he
save him a
making the
little
play?
bit early in the game so he can actually be out there in the fourth quarter for both sides. You know what I mean?
Both sides.
Like, because you want him on the field everywhere, but you don't want to have him tired. You know, coming out of halftime. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe you
Right.
save him a little bit in the second, and then maybe he plays the majority of his snaps like in the second half. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't see how it can be maintained for him to do it. Maybe like five or six games at that rate. But he's a beast, though.
Yeah,
I can
he's a
see
beast.
why they put
He's a
him. I
beast.
see why they put him everywhere.
Hey, I'm like, as long as he can do it, fucking keep doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
Hey, he's
like,
good though. He had like almost 2 picks.
bro, how about the pick
He
though?
could have easily had one of those if things just fell a little bit more in his favor. Like he had a couple drops, but if things just fell in his favor a little bit more, he could have literally had one of those days. It's like, oh, immediately Heisman type watch,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
immediately
Hey, did you hear
because
what
you scored
you and Deion
touchdowns.
said
Yeah. He said
at
the
halftime?
Heisman Trophy
Yeah,
be cruising at the chilling at the house right now if he'd have caught the
yeah,
ball.
yeah. But I mean, he made up for it though. But like, still, he
Yeah.
right though. I mean,
Oh,
he's
you see
already
them
on Heisman watch,
instances.
just playing both ways like this.
Right. Well,
You know what I mean?
that comes with the Deion hype. Let's be real. If he
Yeah,
went to Oregon, anywhere else in the world in the country, maybe Alabama, but say it would have been like, no, we got too many
bro.
guys.
This has been my argument of like why people should come play for CU, because like you go to Alabama, you just gonna be stuck down in the
Stacked. Yeah.
roster. Like with us, you gonna be prime time, baby. Straight, literally prime time.
Right.
Like, you know what I
Good
mean?
time
Like,
to it's. I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing, but it's because you want to be able to have a lot of competition at your school and you have a program that's dominating. But on the other hand, players that take a little bit of time to develop, like myself, like I got out there and I got to play, and being at Colorado, it wasn't such like
yeah,
I'm going to. I don't have a whole bunch of
yeah,
first rounders guys I'm
yeah.
competing against. Everybody 5-star. I'm a
That's a
3-star
good point.
recruit coming in.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I didn't think of it like that.
You
Cause
got time to develop though.
see, I think that's where Cormani is, McLean. Like he's just been flashing greatness. Like, but he started out slow. Like he had to get used to CU, altitude, all that. Like, but as soon as he gets his feet under him, he's finna be stupid. Like, he's built like you. He built like your boy from the Jets.
Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, Sauce. Like just tall, long, lanky, like fast as shit. Like
Man,
he got all the
dudes
tools.
is thin. Them dudes is all under
They skinny.
200 pounds.
But you was skinny too. You put on weight later. But you skinny in college though.
Coach Pitt had me put
You
on.
wasn't that skinny.
Like,
you wasn't that skinny though. You wasn't that skinny though.
No, I was skinny when I was 176 when I came in. But by the time I was my second semester, third semester maybe, I was already at 205 because Pitt had me on them crazy Gatorade shakes and all that.
I forgot that name until you just said that, bro. Pitt. Yeah, Pitt had us on some jailhouse shit, bro.
Yeah, he used to have. I ain't gonna lie. I like Pitt though. That's my guy. But I still talk to him every now. Every now and then, randomly, he'll hit me up. But I think he's in Auburn. I think I'm gonna say he's at Auburn right now.
Oh, for real?
But yeah, he used to have. He used to have us really lifting, really snatching 415 pounds off the ground.
Bro, I had a picture. It was a picture of me in my phone. I found, it was like in my senior year, it's like my shirt off and I was flexing, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I was fucking huge, bro. I was like 265 or some shit, like no fat, just fucking ripped. I was like, "What is going on?" Like, I don't even remember that human being, bro. And I'm like, that was Pitt, because I didn't look like that until Pitt got there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you were swole. I remember seeing when I first got there, my freshman year, actually.
But it wasn't like swole, it wasn't like that. No. After that Pitt summer, hey. After that Pitt summer, I was yoked up. Like
That's what he do though. I bet you got all them boys out there and lifting 400 off the ground, power clean, hang clean, front squat, back squat, bench press.
Bro, I used to tell people how much I lifted, and like they didn't really believe me. And I'm like, bro, I don't believe this shit neither. Like, I don't know how I'm lifting this shit. Like, they got me right out here. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Like, I haven't done any of that. Like, if I tried to do a power clean now, I'd throw my whole back out. L5, S1 is done already.
Bro, I hadn't put a bar on my back in about 10 years, bro.
Yeah, fortunately I had to, but I mean, you know what's crazy though? A trainer kind of taught me a good way with it. Had my heels kind of raised, and I was like, all the way, like they call it ass to the grass. So keep going all the way down, and it actually doing it that way strengthened like everything in my legs, and I could like squat. If you squat down now in your 30s, you squat down too long, your knees go dead, your back start hurt. Like, it's weird, but when I was doing these exercises this way. And doing it all the way, all of my legs straight, the knees, ankles, all that. So I wasn't getting tired if I just squat down for like 5 minutes. I could, you know what I mean? I wouldn't go numb or anything.
I remember asking you. This was a long time ago. This is back when I was living in Boulder, and you was like, you came in to kick it during the off season, and I remember asking you about your workout, and you was like, really all we do is focus on core. Like, we do crazy core work, like core. And then everything else kind of comes together. But like, and I just remember thinking like, that's the future. Like that's like really what counts. Like, you keep the core right, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I mean, we built, just like we talked about earlier, we didn't build strength over the years, especially doing all those powerlifting and all that. So I always had the strength. So like when you get up to the league, you want to be able to be flexible and all that. And the trainer that I got, he wasn't necessarily a football trainer at all. He was a basketball guy first, but he just knows how the body moves and works and all that. So instead of keep pounding my body the way that we've done for many years, he was like, let's take it easier. You're still going to be very strong, but you're going to be able to move a lot better and have strength through all your movements. You know what I mean? It's not just powerlifting, back squat, strong legs. Like, we're going to be running. We're going to be doing all kinds of plyos and hops and all this stuff that, you know, stuff that I didn't really think about, but it definitely transfers to being, your athleticism on the field.
Yeah. No, that
core is everything, bro. Core is everything.
Everything. And like, that's the only thing I don't think we did enough of back in the day was like that core shit. Coach Mo, coordinator now they got from Georgia. Like, if you watch them well-off videos.
Yeah, you talking about up at CU?
Yeah.
I met him up there. One of the homies up there actually was on the practice squad for the Ravens. He's a running back. He's up at Colorado now.
Oh, for real? The one of the strength coaches?
Yeah, got dreads. Can't think of his name right off the top right now.
The big dude?
Nah, he's not big.
I'm about to say that
Yeah.
big dude wasn't the running back, was he? Shit, that one dude is like that one coach with dreads is like he must be 300 pounds, bro.
I forgot. Who they got next? Nebraska next?
Nebraska at home, dog.
That's
That
gonna be
bitch been
lit.
this gonna be lit. That bitch been sold out since like February.
Yeah, I know. I got SC tickets though. You going to the SC game?
I'm gonna try to go to SC. We going to Oregon. You gotta come out here to Oregon because they playing in Oregon.
When do they play? Oregon.
Oregon
I'll figure it out.
is September. Me and my wife was just talking about this shit. It's September 20 something. I'll tell you in 1 second. Hold on.
Oh shit! I ain't gonna be on. It can't be. It can't be because it's. Oh no, it can. It can be the week before. It got to be the week before SC then. Play USC at Colorado. That's gonna be nasty.
That's gonna be the one. That one's gonna be on point, and then what's the other one's gonna be on point? I think. Well, they all gonna be on point, but some of them gonna be better than others. That's for sure.
I mean, there's a lot of. Do you think it was a lot of? I feel like they played good, but like the effort, like the run game is very suspect, very very suspect.
What's the thing? Like we got so many running backs. Like some of the running backs didn't even see the field. Like Kavase Smoke, dude from Kentucky who's cold. Your boy from Houston. I mean, he was the leading rusher in the the Big 12 last year. With Houston.
With Houston? No, he went to Houston.
Yeah, he's recovering from an injury right now. I don't think he played at all today.
So why they didn't want to keep him?
He just left. He just hopped in the portal and wanted to come play for Prime. Like he even did a little video saying how like he's not leaving for anything bad. Like he loved everybody at Houston. He just wanted to come play for Prime. Like That was it. Yeah.
I mean, it is a fresh canvas. All these players get to come make a name, but based on their effort and skill level so far, it looked pretty good.
It looked pretty good.
The defense, like you said, the trenches are still at work.
Yeah, just got to clean it up. And like
they was busting off some big runs now.
Hey, listen,
it wasn't little runs, bro.
That one run Sanders had where he juked like both our safeties at like the 15-yard line, and they like kind of fell into each other. I was like, oh no. He ran for another 30.
Good. You get to go watch it, be good about it. Then you go watch film. You're like, oh, there's plays. There's some plays out there.
Yeah. Okay. It's the 23rd. So the Oregon game is September 23rd. USC is September 30th. So they're back-to-back games.
Okay.
Make one. It goes Nebraska at home, the Rams at home, Oregon away, USC at home, and then Arizona, Stanford, UCLA, Oregon State, Arizona. Man, Washington State, Utah. We about to go undefeated, bro.
No.
You don't think?
No. Only reason I say we're not gonna go undefeated is because as the season progresses, people are gonna start finding weaknesses. There's gonna be one of those trick games. I mean, I picked them to go 6-6, and that was being, to me, pretty fair.
Yeah, I mean that's very fair.
Yeah, based off today,
I'm more of an optimist. I got them 10-2.
Huh?
I got them 10-2.
10-2.
The only games I'm afraid of, and that's not, I'm not even really afraid of them, is Oregon and SC. I mean, Oregon showed a few weaknesses in that first game. I mean, I'm sorry, SC did. Oregon just put up like a 60 burger on somebody. I don't know who the fuck it was. I just saw it come through on my phone. So Oregon's gonna be tough, but like the rest of these cats, bro, Stanford.
I mean, that's the point of football, though. It's like you can say they shouldn't be, and on paper it should be a win.
Yeah.
But they gonna fuck around and lose to Oregon State and Wazoo by one at the last. Like, bro, you gotta realize, like, I played a whole season, bro.
I feel you, bro.
Or something like that. We played a whole season, and we literally lost every game by like 1 point or 2 points. It was the most cruel way to lose because it's always like every game comes down to like 2 minutes in the NFL. Like 95% of the games come down to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So to lose games by 1 point that many times, like 8 times, we set an NFL record to lose games we lost like 8 games by a combined like 9 points or something like it was something
I
crazy.
remember that shit. Y'all was losing everything at the buzzer, field goals.
Last second.
I remember that shit.
Bro, we won like 5 games that year. When I tell you though, that like it's one thing just to get your butts kicked. It's another thing just to lose just a little bit over and over and like, yo, you ripping my soul out.
I'd rather get blown out than lose the buzzer, man.
Man.
I'd rather have time to soak this loss in than lose at the buzzer, bro. Losing at the buzzer,
everything in your mind is like, man, that just one play. If I'd have made that play, we'd have won the game.
Just that one. You start overanalyzing everything that happened in the game. Like, no. That's the worst way. That's the worst way to take an L, man. I'm telling you. Like, I'm looking at this. Okay, so I'm looking at the schedule, and you're right. Like, you can't just like say L's, but like even the game today, TCU, right? Like, Joe said it. Whoever had the ball last, you know what I'm saying? Whoever had the ball last was gonna win that shit.
I mean, really, like I said, really, it's going to come down to can they eventually get some type of run game going on, and can they stop the run? Because right now, they're Swiss cheese on the run.
Yeah,
you can't have dudes breaking off 60-yard runs that's not good.
It's a couple dudes who wasn't out there, and I'm not sure why. I got to look into it. But
tackles or linebackers?
At linebacker too. So DeMoy Kennedy, the dude from Alabama, the transfer from Alabama that came with coach, he was killing all camp. Like, and they say he's like the 3rd or 4th fastest dude on the team at linebacker. Like crazy shit. He was supposed to, be like a starter this year for Alabama, but he got hurt at the beginning of last season. So like he was live at camp, all camp, and then, bro, he wasn't out there at all. He was supposed to be the starter. So I think he might have got hurt at practice, and they just ain't said nothing. I don't fucking know, but like that's my only thought. Apparently he was a beast, and then we just got some dude from Arizona State. Okay, this is different. So
another linebacker.
He was the starting linebacker for Texas 2 years ago. He was their leading tackler. He left in the portal, went to Tennessee, started at Tennessee all last year, was like their second leading tackler. He left to Arizona State, and he got into it with maybe one of the coaches or something, and he got dismissed from the team. But he just ended up on our team. Like he's been on the roster for like 2 weeks. So like really talented linebacker nigga.
Red flag, I ain't gonna lie.
I thought so too, but I'm like, I feel like Deion wouldn't even brought him in if he was that bad. You know what I mean? Like,
or he can control, or he think Deion like I can get to him, and he probably can. He can probably reach out to kids like that. And reach out.
Like, he probably got confidence that he can, mold him. You know what I mean?
How you go to 3 different schools and be good and leave in 3 years, bro? There's more behind the curtain on that one. I have to say that he's probably in real life crazy. Like really just like fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's all kinds of good players, but when a good player gets cut after 1 year, 2 years, you're like, what did you do? What did you do for real?
You're probably right. You're probably right, but like, I'm like, listen, if anybody can fix him, it's Deion, bro. Like, if anybody can get to him, it's Deion. You know what I mean? That's all. That's the only thing I can think. Like, he wouldn't even be on the roster if he was that bad. Like, he must know him from the past or some shit. He knows him. Like, that's the other thing people don't realize, bro. He's known these kids their whole life, bro. Like, these motherfuckers just be leaving.
I didn't know one of the kids today. I don't know his name. I can't remember his name offhand, but he was like, he coached him from like juniors all the way up. No matter where he was going, he was about to be.
Dylan Edwards, the running back, dude, who scored 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
that was him. Yeah, like, but there's like, I mean, I don't know. There's like 20-something dudes on the team that are like that. Like they have literally known Coach Prime his whole life, like, because he coached them when they was kids, in some like Prime Prep League that he started back in the day when they all started. Like, So now that he's at a big Power 5, he's Coach Prime come calling. They're like, yeah, I love the school I was at, but I'm finna go play for Prime. You know what I mean?
I wonder how did it turn out if we had a Coach Prime. Probably it all got cut. Cut our ass so fast.
I was thinking the same shit like not too long ago. I was like, bro, he gutted the whole team. There's like 7 dudes on the team from last year. Like literally everybody's gone. I'm like, bro, that was
and 4 of them are walk-ons.
Hey, bro. Is that it?
gone. Yeah, think about how Hawkins did it.
Hey,
and Hawkins got a lot of dudes up out of there.
Yeah, he did, but he had to neg motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? He had to like do the slow play to get people out of there. Like now with the with the transfer portal, he just like, see ya. I got my Louis. Time to check out, bro. You know, like you don't have to leave, but you ain't gonna play, so you know you might as well jump in. A bunch of them didn't even make it to spring ball. They were just like, there's no point. Let me just go ahead and jump in now. Like, ain't no point even doing this.
Definitely would have made it.
I gotta ask you. What was the most glaring deficiency you saw on defense? Because like, yeah, they put up a lot of points.
Not run stopping.
Just run.
The run. I mean,
secondary play.
You got 42 points they put up? Like they put up a lot of points. And a lot of it came off of runs. Like they had a couple pass plays, but you expect some of that in college. College scores be going up like that. But to me, it just looked like the run was like they couldn't stop the run.
Yeah.
At times,
I mean, they couldn't.
At times, but no. And then the other problem is we couldn't really run it. Like it wasn't like it was little 4s, 5s, 6. Like not a lot, not the chunks you want to see. And it was a lot of negative plays in the run game.
Bruh, I mean, it was like that. It was the drive before the last drive. No, it was the last drive. We had them on third down 4 different times, bro. And they just kept moving the chains. And I was like, bro, all we need is one stop right here. And we got to stop eventually, but it was looking a little dicey for a minute there. Like, y'all better stop these niggas. Like,
it's hard to methodically go down the field, bing, bing, 5 yards at a time. That takes a lot of plays, bro. And that's why if you got a strong defense, it's offenses can't string together that many plays over and over and over.
They can't.
It's too hard. What you gonna do now? You done ran the slants, you done done this. They're always looking for a big play. To give up big plays in the run game makes the game way too easy.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I think because we would hold and then we give up a big run and it's like you got to reset.
Right.
You got to reset, work. Like do it all again. All that work. You got yeah. And like
if they stopped the run today, this would have been a blowout a little bit to me.
Bruh. That might have been the phrase. That might have been the phrase I said the most during the game watching it with my wife. I was like, yo, if we could just slow any one of these drives down, we'd have like 60 right now. Because like all this time we not on offense,
I like that.
These guys.
Because we didn't score only one time. It was only one time we didn't score. We punted one time.
Yeah, I think it was 7. 7 in the first quarter, 10 in the second, and then 14. 14? Is it 14?
Yeah. Because the field goal happened in the first, so
yeah.
And it was all touchdowns.
It was up halftime 17 or whatever, right?
Yes.
Because they came back out and hit 2 big runs and got back into the end zone. Like as soon as they went down, actually they threw a screen pass. We threw a screen pass to either number 3. I think number 3 or something.
Yeah, Edwards.
He broke down. Yeah, he broke down all the way. And then they came right back and answered immediately.
Bruh.
And like, I'm going to play.
I'm telling you, they're good, bro. Like they're
a lot better than people thought.
Oh yeah, but come on, they weren't giving us a chance, bro.
Does TCU knocked out the rankings because of that loss? Immediately, right?
Immediately.
Knocked out. You don't
actually no, because it was close. They'll probably kick them to 25, like just to keep them in. But like,
you gotta kick them out.
You think so?
Yeah, because I mean, unless Colorado ends up becoming a ranked team.
Well, see, I think we look so much better than they thought. I think they're gonna give TCU a little credit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, we thought they was boo boo, but then they put up 50. Like, it's so like, okay, like maybe they wasn't so bad, so we ain't gonna knock you down too much.
What they're gonna do is this. This is what they like to do. They're gonna tear down TCU.
Yeah.
And what TCU did that, not what Colorado did well.
And here's the other reason why that's gonna happen. is because so many people didn't like that they was in the national championship last year. They've been waiting to tear TCU down, which is unfortunate for them. But whatever.
They had players though. I mean, but even they only had 3 starters on the team that played in the national championship, but that was a starter on that team the year before.
Yeah.
So everybody's new. So really, it is a new team.
I mean, okay. So I was talking about this with Taj and Zozo. Like, I'm surprised that Vegas got it so wrong. You know what I mean? Like, because like I get it when like the media and the public is wrong. You know what I mean? Like, because they just don't know. But like Vegas sends scouts, bro. Like they know the roster. They know what's actually going on. And so I don't think they should. Like I feel like they shouldn't have been so wrong. One with the season long projection and the projection. We was what 20
what
point
was the season projection?
They got us like having like 4 wins or some shit, like something stupid.
Oh, I'll bet that right now,
bruh. That line is done. That line is gone. Like that line is gone.
Off the strength of how motivated those players are, I'm gonna say, like I said, 6-6 is the baseline, is the bottom.
Bro,
They can be better, but I don't think they're gonna be worse than 6-6. Is my point.
I give you your 6 right here. TCU, that's 1. And then just off top, Colorado State, Arizona State, Stanford, Arizona, Washington State, Utah. There's what? That's 7.
Utah.
Yeah.
Utah good, bro.
We finna slap Utah.
It's
the last game. Bruh, here's the reason why. It's the last game of the season. Like, it's literally like everything, whatever's on the line is going to be on the line for that game.
I might fuck around and go to that one, actually, bro.
It's going to be a good-ass game. It's in Utah, though.
Shit, too. It's in Colorado?
It's in Utah.
I ain't never been to Salt Lake to hang out.
Okay, so low-key, Salt Lake is fun as shit. And the only reason why I know is because I went to Thanksgiving with Taj and his family one year. Mm-hmm. And he got family in Salt Lake. Bro, it was live, bro.
Sounds like a place Taj with our family at.
I was so shocked, bro. I was so shocked at how much fun we had. Because the whole time I was like, fuck it. Like, we finna be bored of the
NBA young boy moved out there.
Bro, I was like, we finna be in the house the whole time. It's finna be bored. But we was out at the club and like, bro, where'd you watch the game? You just watched it at home?
Yeah. Had some of the homies came through.
You say what?
Some of the homies came through.
Yeah. I think, bro, I didn't know what to do, bro.
It started at 10 o'clock out here, and I was sleepy.
I just watched it at the house. It was just me, my wife, and Nico. We were just watching it, man. Because, like, I was like, man, do we go to a bar or something? I'm like, nah, man. Like, I just want to enjoy this, bro. I just want to, like, watch this shit and just, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, just soak it in, man. Like, I don't want to be at a bar. Like, every other game from here on out, I will probably be in a place with 1 million people. Like, I just want to watch this first one, like, just with my family and enjoy it. I want to watch every fucking play. I don't want to be, like, talking the whole time. You know how the Super Bowl is?
Yeah. I watch the game.
But you know what I'm talking about, like, how the Super Bowl is? Like, you be at, like, a party or something, and, like, you end up watching, like, really truthfully, like, a third of the game. Like, because you talking and partying and shit. I'm like, I don't want to be talking to a bunch of people. Like, I just want to watch this motherfucker.
I want to see what we're doing, what we're good at, what we're not.
Yeah.
As a first run, though, I'm not, like I said, the first run, I'm good with it. Obviously, we need to figure out the run game. I don't know if that is just scheme or maybe TCU is just good at stopping the run. Maybe
bro,
opening the game.
I think they're better. I think they're better than
what they were last year, but they already reached their total. Shit.
I wasn't talking about us, but you're right. I'm talking about TCU. Like, I think TCU might actually be like really good. Like, I think there was so much hype around this game, bro.
That's the ticker right there. That is the thing. Is like, it's hard to gauge how good that really was because the season is the very first game. It's like,
Yeah.
Like what you see mad speed and talent on the outside, like guys getting the quarterback is on point and target, good speed at running back and like making plays and all that. So you see all that. It's just like as a team, like was that a stiff challenge or is TCU just knocked off a little bit? Because it's hard. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. No, I'm glad you said that because that just kind of made me think. Like, I think that maybe that's why I have so much optimism, right? Because the offense was so on point. Because usually it's the defense that comes out like ready to go. Like,
right.
and the offense needs some time to like get their shit together, get a few games in, get a few quarters in. Like they came out snapping. Defense, we can clean up defense. Like we can fix that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or you can't bring in. You can't just bring in players at this point. Like if they put the best guys out there.
I think we have the guys on the roster. They just got to clean up scheme and technique and that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, but it's the offense that usually you gotta like, we'll give them some time and like they only gonna get better, and that's scary, honestly. Like them getting better.
That's for sure.
The nigga put up 500 yards, bro.
Huh?
He put up 500 yards, bro.
So that what's kind of crazy about that, which counts still, but kind of a skewed stat. The screen pass.
Yeah. Hey,
you got like 70 yards on the screen pass.
hey, but it counts though. It counts.
That's still 510 yards.
I thought they was gonna give him credit for the touchdown pass. It was like a little shovel pass out to Edwards, and he scored. They called it a run. They called it a pitch and a run. But
that's a pass. A shovel's a pass.
But that's what I thought. But I guess it was just behind, and it was like just like a like a pitch. You know what I mean? Yeah. I thought that was gonna be counted as a touchdown pass, but it wasn't. Because I'm like, that's that shit they do in the NFL where like Mahomes just tap it to him and they count as a pass. You know what I mean?
I believe they changed the rule on that.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad they did. That's a good thing.
You can only hand the ball off. You can't hand the ball off in front of you no more, like on those fly sweeps and all that. Like just toss it in front of you. You can do that. You can't do that no more. They want you strictly handing the ball off behind you or to the side.
Bro,
we had a good. Go ahead.
You do what?
I was about to say I was just thinking about the game we had because I'm coaching out for the DBs out in Grand Terrace.
Yeah.
And our dudes, we got down. We had a abysmal third quarter. So actually the game's on Riverside on TV, but we had a bad third quarter, and nigga like lost the kickoff, fumble, bro. Like I'd never seen that before. Like, they was like fumbling the ball kickoff, and tossed it up in the air. They ended up losing the ball to the other side. They go on and score. They kick it off. Or we kick it off. We go out 3 and out. They kick it. We kick it to them. They run it back.
Where was
this? This is our game.
Yeah.
High school. This is on Friday.
Oh shit.
Yeah, varsity.
Oh, so, let me ask you. What position? I mean, are you coaching? Are you like the whole defensive coordinator, or are you just
no. I'm just helping with the corners and the safeties,
bruh,
and the tight ends.
You doing what I want to be
coaching?
Yeah, man.
Right.
I listen, man. I just need to do it. I got a homie here, Jordan, who coaches high school. He coaches high school down in Southern Oregon, and he's always on me, man. Him and Austin, two of my buddies, and they always on me, like, bro, just come down and like, just come to a practice, like, see what it's. And I'm like, I'm coming. I still ain't been down there, bro. And it's all I want to do is coach, man. Like. Because I just feel like I got to get back to the game, man. I got to get back on that grass, man.
That's crazy because I definitely did not want to coach. I was just telling
you didn't want to?
No, I didn't. I did not want to at all.
Oh, see, I thought you wanted. I thought you'd be perfect for it.
I didn't know how to. I'm learning. Everything's learning.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's like
hey, just like this.
Right. Like I got to figure out how to be efficient with my coaching. Like I'm telling them all this stuff, and it's like too much of an information overload because I'm fresh out the league, and they're just learning, and I'm teaching a kid that is a true track runner.
Yeah,
It's a track.
and you gotta like start with the basics. Like, okay,
I'm like, bro, like one of the plays of the game, he like I'm like, tell him earlier, like, bro, you gotta get off the block and make a tackle. Like, you gotta help in the run game a little bit, right? And he's like, all right. So one of the plays, he just did whatever he could to get off the tackle, spins around, and lets the running back run right by him. But he's so focused on shedding the block. I'm like, bro.
It's like, come on, man. Like, okay, we got to figure this one out. Like, all right, yeah.
But he's talented, very talented athlete. We gotta get that his technique refined, and that's kind of like for me like that. But he has an ankle sprain.
I think that'd be my
game.
Oh yeah,
but he don't practice, and him not practicing shows up.
Yeah, and like that's the little shit that like when we was playing, like you're like, ooh, I get like if you had a way to get out of practice, it was like, ooh, but like as a coach, you like, nigga, you better get on this fucking field and like.
Man, I probably hate myself as a player. Now that I'm doing this, I'm like, bro, yeah. Any dude that's just injured, too much. I can't imagine having to go through that. Like he's injured again. Like, yeesh.
Like this motherfucker, and like that's how they do us. But it's like now you feel it. Like now you're like, okay, I get why these coaches was pissed off.
I know you're hurt. Like I need you out here though. Like I get it when they say that now.
You're like, quit being a little bitch. You're like, I'm hurt, nigga. Like, I ain't hurt, nigga. Like,
right. Now I feel the other side. And the thing is, like, I gotta remember, like, when it hurts, like it do. When they're telling you that it hurts, it hurts. So,
like Prime said, if I don't see bone or blood, you better be on that motherfucking field. I'm like, ooh, he old school in the bitch.
Yeah, he is.
Like bone or blood. All right. I tell you what though, you more than anybody, but like we were fucking gladiators out there, man. Like if you think about it any other way, man, like if you can't really think about it any other way, man, like playing in front of minimum 60,000, maximum 100,000, like gladiators, bro. Like that's all you can compare
to.
Brutality.
You see the brutality. Go stand on the NFL sideline, and you actually see the brutality in that game. Like, when I was hurt one time, I was just sat on the sideline, and I was just watching these dudes hit each other. I'm like, bro, I don't know what, maybe my mind was just in a different mode, but I was just like, I can't believe I do this. Like, they are really out here running full speed, bashing each other. Like, I mean, like, it's crazy that I do that. When I'm watching, I'm just like, I can't, like, because I'm watching the hit. I don't even know who the hit was, the linebacker. He hit the dude. You see the sweat, both of their sweat come out their mouth. I'm like,
bro,
that's crazy that we do this.
I think about this shit all the time. Like I think, like, so, like, I'll see some crazy shit in a game, and I'll be like, bruh, like, I used to do this fucking shit. Like, what were we, like, we must have been crazy. Like, I don't know, like, but we didn't think about it in the moment. Like, like when we was playing, you just played. Like, it wasn't anything. But when you're watching it, you're like, oh,
Oh, no. See, mine didn't really hit my phone tripping. Thought the almost died.
You good?
Mine wasn't. Like, I don't know. It didn't seem that bad when you're in it, but I definitely had some hits where I'm like, I'm about to close my eyes and just, if whatever happens, happens. If I break something.
So let me ask you then. 11 years in the league, one team, first round draft pick, for those of y'all who don't know, Ravens, Super Bowl champion. Now that you are 1 year out of the league, how you feel? Like, how's your body feel? Yeah, you see that one up there? That means first round draft pick right there.
My back is killing me because I ain't been working out that much. So I've been doing like stretching and planking lately.
Yeah.
That's really it. I have no urge to like exercise right
now. I think that was the number one thing way back when I stopped playing. Was like, people be like, "Oh, you've been working out in your gym." I'm like, "Fuck no!" Like, I ain't, nigga, please. Like, I ain't going to no damn gym. No fucking like.
Then I fucked around and read a TikTok thing. It was like, it was basically saying there's no real connection between being physically buff and like in shape to living longer. I was like, oh, there you have it. Now, being fat and unhealthy is one thing, but there's no correlation with great athletes and living long.
I'm surprised you don't got like an in-house masseuse at this point.
I used to have all that, but moving
I'm
out here, I got none of that.
I'm surprised you still don't.
Well, it used to be my wife.
Now you need that recovery.
Yeah. I've been tapped into the players' trust. My back's been giving me issues, so I'm like, you know what? Let me see what the resources are.
Yeah, that's what it's there for.
Now I've been jumping on it. I've got it signed up my little account, with my mind, body, health, all that stuff. Get scanned, get the prostate checked, all that.
That's been my biggest thing is the mental side, right? So like I've been doing preemptive stuff since I stopped playing football. Like because I knock on wood, I haven't had any cognitive, CTE type issues or nothing, but like in the back of my mind, I'm like terrified that could creep up one day. And so I like any kind of new thing that's coming out to take any of that, like I'm on it. Cause I'm just like, I gotta stay as fresh and as I gotta stay this shit off at all costs. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing I think about. Like I slammed my head into 350-pound fucking lineman for too many years. Like I can't just wait to see what happens. Like, I mean, so let me.
I mean, I don't know. You're not gonna. I don't feel like you'll be able to ever really tell until it's too late.
That's it. So I'm like, whatever side of that coin that lands, like I'm trying to prevent the bad side just by doing everything I can. I mean, I don't know what you can do, but everything that people say helps with anything brain, I'm on it.
Yeah, it's called blim.
Blim? Blim?
Unruly. Marijuana. Cannabinoids.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I told you, I stopped drinking. I only smoke now. You know what I mean?
I can't stop drinking. Being an alcoholic is a little bit fun right now. I've been drinking beers. I stopped really drinking like hard liquor. I'll drink beer.
Bro, I stopped drinking like... You talking about a dude who used to run a brewery. Like, for years. I stopped drinking like a year and a half ago. So, okay, put it like this. At your wedding, I had already been done drinking. I had already given up drinking for like 8 months. And that was the first time that I got faded in like 8 months. Bro, but I'm drunk every day at your wedding, bro. But like, but then when I got back home, I was still off of it. Like I drink for special occasions, put it like that.
Yeah.
But I smoke at night.
That's what I'm trying to get into. Like now it's like on the weekends I try to, but being retired Wednesday is like Friday. It's like Saturday. It don't matter. It's just, hey, if I felt like it, let's go out, eat. When you eat, you have a drink. When you have a drink, you have another one.
Yeah, I'm also still a lightweight on the weed. Like I'm a one-hitter quitter. At the end of the night, I only smoke sativa, and like I take one hit and I'm good for the whole night. Like it helps me sleep, takes my stress down. Like it's wonderful, man. I do not drink at night anymore, and I drink soda water. Soda water has the same.
Somebody try to put me on that,
bruh. Listen, what I realized.
Soda with no sugar in it.
What's that?
Soda with no sugar.
No sugar, bro. It's just soda water with flavor.
Is it thirst quenching to you?
Yeah. You got to get on the right shit though. Some of them are gross. Some of them are gross because they got like too much artificial shit. You know what I mean? But some of them are real good though. But here's what I figured out. Bro. I don't even know if anybody was. Oh hell yeah! Is that the Bubba?
I just fill that John up with some ice and water, and that John stayed cold for like a few days.
Hell yeah, man! I got one called Big Bubba. That motherfucker stay cold forever.
Yeah, but
I'm talking about in the hot car. I'm talking about in the hot car. Yeah. Like,
I take it to practice. It'd be 103 degrees out there. I'm like, bro, how is it legal for kids to practice? Bro, I don't want to be out there. I'm like, that's too hot.
I think about that shit all the time too. Like, nigga, I was in Nashville. I guess it was last summer. Of course, it was like 100 degrees. You know, it was hot as fuck, humid as fuck. And I was like, how the fuck did we play football in in high school? How was this legal? Like how is this even possible?
Yeah. My last year we were going outside. And it was like 98 degrees. I just remember walking outside. And it was so hot and humid. I was just like, And we just ran out there and started stretching, and then weirdly, you just don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah.
Because you have your helmet on weirdly, so it blocks the sun in your head. Like it doesn't, for some reason, like hit you in there. And then when you take it off, it feels good. I don't know how it happens, but you don't think about it. Terrible days though, when the fans is out there, when the heat index is like 110 or something.
Yeah.
Fans, a whole different story. Now you can't breathe, so it becomes different. But nah, 103. They said the cutoff here is 105, bro. 105 degrees, and you're playing on rubber and plastic.
Can't do it.
Those fields are rubber and plastic.
Yeah, and that gets hotter because the black.
I walked on it, and it was like couldn't breathe. It was so hot. I'm like, it is crazy how hot that is.
It's like fumes coming off the field and shit,
bro. And it's like cancerous out here. Stat check. I was like reading something about the little things are cancerous.
Oh, the little pebbles?
They've been getting them all in there everywhere. People like pooping them out.
Bro, okay. It's funny you said this, okay? Because I haven't been on a practice field for football since we was playing football. So let's call it a fucking decade, okay? Like, and I found rubber pellets in some of my old shit in Portland. Like, moved from Boulder to Portland, been here for like almost 9 years, and I found some of them rubber pellets in some of my old shit. I'm like, this fucking shit, it's like glitter, bro. This shit gets everywhere. It just lives forever.
All of my shoes right now, I'm constantly taking my shoes, taking them out.
I wouldn't be surprised if them bitches was toxic and probably they probably gonna find out that they shouldn't be exposed to heat or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, and all they do is sit in the sun.
Yeah, later on when there's 700 people with 700
when it's way too late. When it's way too late. Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. This is my homie right here. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hey, look. Hey, my homie just pulled up on me, and he was like, "Yo," he was like, "Yo, look what I got," and he was like, "Boom," and pulled the glasses out. He had the prime glasses. I'm like, "Hey,
the mirror looking tint."
Yeah, he had the mirror tint there.
Them today too. Them is hard.
Hey, he got the primes, man. I love it, man. That's awesome. That's what's up. Hey, listen.
A pair of glasses.
Bro, he makes them iconic, man.
Hey.
Oh, shit. What was that?
Nothing. Something fell. It's cool.
Y'all good? Okay, cool.
What is this? This is Menudo?
You asked for ramen.
Oh. Where'd you order this from?
The bombest ramen place around.
Are you sure?
Well, that's
I want some.
3,000 reviews for 5.
I want
and
some ramen.
5? Uh-huh.
Oh, you motherfucker. I'm hungry as shit. You just go eat that shit right from me.
Oh, no. You're so disappointed.
Hey, that don't look like it's good. The face
I'm a really sketchy person when it comes to eating food.
All right, so listen. Bruh.
Yeah.
Like, excitement level. Where you at on this shit, man? Like, I'm through the roof, man. Like, I've never been so excited for, like, even today, the game, like the season, because like usually we just been so bad for so long, bro. Like
it's hard, and the thing is this.
Hard. It doesn't even feel real, bro. Like it doesn't even feel real.
I was just about to say that. That's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at. I'm like, I want to support. I'm supporting, but I want to see. I want to see if this really about that. I hope it is. Obviously, I would love to have all that type of attention on CU, but
I think that's the part people don't understand. Like, we've been so bad for so long that everything changed instantly, and it's like we still got PTSD, bro, from the last 10 years of just being fucking horrible, bro. Like, so years,
we haven't been good
since Hawkins.
Before Hawkins,
we had Big 12 North championships before Hawkins.
That when y'all lost 79 to.
Yeah, we got hey. Hey, we got blew out by Texas, by Vince Young in Texas them in that Big 12 championship game. Bro, they blew
I
us
think they
out,
went
bro.
that year, didn't they?
Yeah,
went
they
to
won the whole
national
thing
championship?
that year. Yeah, they won the chip that year. And
They
like
beat USC?
they beat USC. We were the last people they played before they slapped USC. Well, no, I'm sorry. They slapped us, and then they just beat USC. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But we were there. We were their little warm up. You know what I mean? Okay, let me
That's
tell you how.
crazy for Colorado have been Big 12 champ, or in the championship the year
Bro,
before. He gets the team, and we go. Was it 2-10 our first
listen,
year?
listen. Vince Young. Okay, I blame Vince Young. We go dig into this much more in a different episode. Okay, but like I blame Vince Young for the last 13, 14, 15 years of terrible CU football because Barnett, we were playing in the Big 12 championship, bro. Now, mind you, we got blown out like 70 something to like 6 or some shit on national television, the biggest game of the season. Barnett got fired in the fucking tunnel after the game of the fucking Big 12 championship. Like, if that game was respectable, he'd have still been the coach.
You think that's the reason that happened?
He fired him in the tunnel. Like, we had a great year. Matter of fact, the story goes, he had a contract extension offer on the table like 6 or 7 games in, and he turned it down because we were so good that year. He was like, "No, I'm gonna bet on myself. Let's talk again at the end of the season, bro." Like, we won the Big 12 North, we got the ring, played in the championship, played Vince Young and them. We played the first game. We played them better than anybody played them all season. They slapped everybody that season, and they got us back and slapped us for real in the championship.
For real.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that like literally that was the beginning of the last, decade plus, 15 years of shitty Colorado football.
That was 06, right?
Huh?
That was 05.
No, that was
05, 06.
That was 06. And then
I came in. I know. So it was 05, 06 because I came in 06.
That's right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's right. So it's 05, 06 season because he got fired right before the bowl game. Yeah. And then we played Clemson or somebody in the bowl game. But it was an interim head coach. And then I remember like Hawkins came and like addressed the team, but he had to go back and coach Boise State's bowl game. So like he just came and like said what's up and then dipped, you know what I mean? And then that next season he came in and you was in that first class. And so then you came in that first class with Hawkins. Yeah.
They went 2-10.
Bruh, I'm telling you, when we lost to who was that? New Mexico State game 1?
No, Montana.
Montana State, bro. Bruh.
Listen, I thought we were going to win a national championship the way he was talking in my living room.
Okay, I'm blaming Vince Young. Maybe it was Montana State. Maybe Montana State was the beginning of the end of the last 15 years of Colorado football. That might have been it.
Sorry to say, but it started with the Hawkins hire. But then they had that little brief stint a few years back, maybe like 4 or 5. Maybe 6.
Your boy, McIntyre. He was good. He was good. He was like a nice little bright spot in the middle of all the shit. Like,
right. And he left. Where'd he go? Where did he go?
That's a great question. I don't know. He got to be an assistant somewhere because I know he's not if he was a head coach, I feel like I'd know it. I don't think he's a head coach anywhere. He's got to be a coordinator or something somewhere.
Like a big time? They didn't fire him, did they?
Yeah, they fired him after like 5 seasons or something, 4 or 5.
They're like 10-2 one year.
They were good, bro. Like he built them up to a good place. I don't think he should have been fired necessarily. He was on a good run. But I think we got a little greedy and wanted a little more, and then that's when we fired him and we hired Embry.
Excellent.
And like Embry was like, so I gotta give credit where it's due as far as the hires, because Embry was like a good feel good hire, right? Like former Buff. Like hopefully one day we can even have him on the show one day, like, and just have him talk about those days, because like I want to know how it was then, like, because Bieniemy was on that staff, like. That was a great CU hire because it's like, we got a guy from our past coaching.
Bieniemy was on that staff?
Yes, everybody forgets that shit. Bieniemy left the league for like however many years Embry was there, he was there, and then he went right back to the NFL. They both went right back.
But they
to the
weren't
NFL.
good though. That's what Daisy was there.
Yeah, they weren't good. I don't think. No, but it was a good hire. Like, you know what I mean? Same thing with
after. So was that the hire after I left?
That was no. The hire, actually, yeah, it was. It went Hawkins, Embry, and then Embry, just a quick stay, and then it went to McIntyre, and then it went from him to your boy who went to Michigan State. He's still the head coach of Michigan State.
The
Tucker. So, like, even like Mel Tucker, like, mind you, he was only there for a quick little minute, and he bounced. But, like, if you just take the hire itself, it was a great fucking hire. Like,
oh no, the hire was great.
The hire was great.
He didn't want it.
He didn't want it, right? It's because, like, you got to think he is currently, unless Saban got paid more, he's currently, at least at one point last year, he was the highest paid coach in college football. You know what I'm saying? Like, he left CU to become the highest paid coach in college football. Like, that's not a bad hire. You know what I'm saying? That's not a bad hire. You know what I mean? Like, he just took the bag. I can't blame him for that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
did he even coach for any time at all?
He coached one season. But then he bounced.
I feel like he got there and was like, man, we ain't gonna be no good.
No, see, I think he was all in, and then he got the bag. They made him the highest paid coach in college football. Bro. You don't turn that down. You don't turn that down. A black coach. Listen,
but what stains it is like it seemed like he ran in the middle of the night.
He did because he had. I tell you why, because if the season was over and he had just made like a statement, like, you know, on an interview, like, I'm here for the long run, and then like 2 days later he was gone. But you can't blame this man. Nigga took the bag. You know what I mean? Like, even he said about Coach Prime, he's like, bro, I wish him all the luck in the world. He's like, I'm rooting for CU. I'm rooting for Coach Prime. I'm rooting for CU. Like, I hope they win every game. And then, like, he ain't got no reason to say anything different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, shit. I couldn't even imagine if he even went to, like, what was it, Pac-12? You in the Pac-12 this year? The Pac-12 championship? How's it gonna look? How's it gonna look for was it Arizona State in the ACC?
Bruh.
Arizona State? No.
No, it was Stanford and Cal.
Stanford, Cal are going to play in the ACC. Like, bruh.
It don't make no sense.
Who's making those flights?
It don't make no sense. But here's the thing. The only thing I can think is like, I know, is these conferences want to be coast to coast now. So like, if it's gonna be a mega conference, it's gonna be 18 teams, 16 teams, or whatever. It's like they want every time zone, right? That's why the Big Ten got Oregon and USC. They want to be able to have like Oregon, Ohio State playing, you know, start time. Games start at like 7-8 o'clock West Coast time.
Right. More
like literally all day,
more
like
viewers.
start to finish, all day long. Because we ain't never seen that, right? We ain't never seen no Oregon, Ohio State prime time 7 o'clock. You know, that's what's coming. You know what I mean? Same thing with us. Like, so you got to think, if you are a ACC fan or SEC fan, we can go all the way. We can do any of them. Anybody on the East Coast, all your games are done being played by 6 o'clock your time, unless you're on prime time.
I heard the weirdest stat that Florida hasn't beaten a team away from their state or something, like on a non-conference game.
You talking about Gators?
No, the Gators haven't done that outside of Florida in like 26 or 7 years, something like that. Something crazy. Like Utah did it, and they beat like Memphis way back.
I believe that because
they haven't won a road. They haven't won against a non-conference opponent for a long time.
Actually, now that you say
On
that,
the road.
that's kind of crazy.
Right, and it's years. I was like, that's because then I'm like, well, what is the SEC? But it's like non-conference. They've only played their conference. They haven't beat a non-conference team on the road.
I wonder if they don't schedule them Rudy Poos in the beginning of the season. You know what I mean?
They definitely do.
I feel like everybody in the SEC does. They got to get them easy wins where they can
playing
because
like
they know.
FAMU. They playing like FAMU, like
Yeah.
everybody in Florida. They play only Florida teams.
Well, because they know they about to go through the SEC gauntlet. They got to get a few gimmies in there
Right.
to
So
stack
they
that
get-
record.
they
You
get
know
a-
what I mean? They got to
some
stack that record.
Florida
They got
rivalries in there.
yeah. Because like you think like Alabama season every year, like I bet you their first 2-3 games is like it's like teams you ain't even fucking heard of. You like of course they went and slapped them. They don't travel though. Alabama don't go to nobody. Everybody come to them. Same thing with Florida.
Yeah, I mean,
Same
they
thing with
don't
all
leave
them.
that's what they're saying. They basically say like they don't. The SEC don't leave their area. They ain't playing teams on the West Coast.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
see,
can you imagine
that's what these conferences are trying to do. Like they're literally
I
trying
mean, you kind of
to.
want to see it. It's boring to see the same, play the same, play the same, play the same.
Yeah.
I want to see some mix up. I want to see Texas play Alabama. I want to see, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
SEC gets this name, and I granted they got all the big time players and they got a lot of stars and big name schools, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. However, like let's see a Tennessee go out and play a Washington State, and weirdly something fun happens. Like even when we played Alabama in that bowl game, like you never know. You never know what team could do against what.
Okay. I think we're going to. Okay, hold that thought. All right, hold that thought because left. We was like, no way. And you were like, yeah, like straight up. And this was before we'd even, well, yeah, bro, this is before we'd even played a game, man, because this was just like pro day. This was just a random pro day in that offseason. And he was like, yo, y'all got the wrong dude. He was like, shut up. And then he was right. He was right.
Crazy.
I ain't going.
Orlando told me too before I signed. I'm like, I don't care. Like I believe them.
I told him hop on and say what's up. But yeah, man, bro. I'm excited, man. I'm just excited. There's something to be excited about, man. To be honest with you.
That's for real.
Yeah, I
mean, even when they were doing McIntyre, I mean, it wasn't the same type of hype around it for whatever reason.
No, hey, listen. Did we get
slapped?
Say that.
Didn't they?
I gotta look now. That'll be a good one. I'll look it up between now and the next one, because now I'm curious. Because I know we did have a good season.
Yeah, like a really good season. I remember like catching them on TV, like, yo, they're really balling out this year.
Oh, bro, and I went to one of the games because they played here in Oregon, and I went to the Oregon game with one of my homies, Adam Milne. He's a huge Oregon fan, and so me and my wife and him and his wife went to the game. Bro, we was the only Buff fans in like we was sitting in like the season ticket holder section, right? So like we just in a sea of Oregon people. And like every time CU did something good, it's just me and my wife like, yeah, like the only people cheering. But we ended up winning that game in Oregon, and I just remember like we was in the devil's den, bro. We was like, bro, we gotta get out of here, bro. But the craziest thing though, we stayed and partied that night, and like all the Oregon fans, I gotta say, were fucking nice as shit, bro. We was repping hard, bro. We had all our CU shit on.
We win all the time. That's why.
That's why, bro. Like we was like, man, are we gonna have to get out of town tonight? Like, are we gonna have to go back to Portland like immediately before we get like shanked or some shit? But nah. They was, to be honest, they were like, people would just be walking up random all night long, being like, y'all played great game, great. I was like, man, that's what's up. Yeah, they actually have nice fans.
There's some nice fans out there. Just don't fuck with like Baltimore Ravens fans. They like to fight.
Yeah,
fans,
that's a whole different thing there, bro. That's a whole different thing there. Oh, especially Steeler fans. Oh my God.
Raiders fans are
Raiders. I was about to say Raiders fans. Raiders fans. Yeah.
You got it. Ooh.
Hey, and them motherfuckers is all over the world. Hey, listen. That's what we gotta do. We gotta take a trip to Vegas and catch a Raiders game.
Hey, I'm on my world tour right now. What's up?
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it.
Vegas is nothing but a quick drive, but I'd fly. It's a 30-minute flight for me.
I feel you.
So I can hop on.
Actually, it ain't far for us either, man. It's just down the West Coast.
Yeah, it's not. It's well, the problem with Vegas is when you get to Vegas, they want to charge you an arm, leg, and a soul out there.
Okay, see, that's the biggest difference, because when we first started going to Vegas, and listen, Taj was with me on that trip. I want to say Lorenzo. No, Lorenzo wasn't on that trip. Taj was with me on this trip. That's back when, like, this is like 04, 05. Like, when we first started going to Vegas, everything was cheap as fuck, bro. Because they just wanted you to get there and gamble. Like, the flights was cheap, the hotels was cheap, the food was cheap. Like, they just wanted us to gamble, man. Like, now it's about the shows,
they give you
and all that
alcohol
stuff.
though. Yeah, they give you all the shit for free now, but like you gotta come get a hotel room with them, and you have to gamble a certain amount type shit.
Yeah, now it's all about the shows, and you know, like it's more expensive in general. Like before, Vegas.
That's what I go for. I went for the show. I don't gamble at all. I went for the shows. I go to the party, but the club, bro. For my bachelor party, I spent like 30-something grand just getting 2 tables for 2 nights. It was ridiculous. Like it just cost too much. We had so many people.
That's the new Vegas. That's the new Vegas.
That's the Vegas I want no parts of. Miami the same way though. Miami, Vegas, like they have to start going to bars in Montana for real. I bet there's cheaper out there.
Hey, that 30 grand, you buy the club, you can buy the whole bar for 30 grand in Montana. like buy the actual building. The owner will sign the rights off, sign the lease over to you that day. Like
I'm talking. This is just getting an Airbnb and having 2 nights at the club. Cost that much in Vegas.
Matter of fact, let's just do that one day. We just go to Montana and see what the fuck is up in Montana.
I'm actually down for that.
I kind of am too. Now that I said it out loud, I'm kind of down for that too. I'm finna get off this thing.
All right,
hey, fantastic first episode. I guess it's first episode and a half, because we did a practice run with Taj and them, and so I'm finna chop some of that up and put it on there too. But yeah, like that's what I've been telling everybody. That's what I'm telling him. Like, it don't matter how it go. Like, we don't gotta have no script. We don't gotta have nothing, man. It's just us. It's all about us, our lives, see you, and the world, the real life shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, we just talking.
It'll grow. It'll get better.
It'll grow. Yeah, we'll get some fancy shit. Like, bro, like you just sit in the living room, sit in the car.
I'm not an area I sit down.
Hey, Taj was just like on the couch, like laying down. Like, bro, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Like, this is exactly what I wanted. Like, we don't got to change our set and our scene. We don't got to get nothing fancy. Wherever we are, that's where the fucking content is. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm with that.
All right, brother.
Bring some weed.
Well,
all right, brother. All right,
I guess I got to say this the right way. Though. I'll see you on the flip.
I already know it. On the flip, my guy.
On the flip, my guy.
All right.
All right, peace, man.
Peace, buddy.